Today, we are facing the greatest club in Lincoln City. It's called Lincoln City FC. And people usually say that it's a League Two, it's a League Two team. So they don't usually give a lot of respect into those teams. But it has been shown, not just this year, every other year, that the moment you lower your guard, thinking that this team is not as good as it is, that usually ends in an upset. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Just last week, Man United went to Grimsby with a full squad. Grimsby is another team that is in League Two, and they were embarrassed. They were flogged down. They were beaten 2-0 in first half. They had to recover after Grimsby players had, to do certain changes, but still they were defeated. This should not happen to us. We are coming from 2 defeats and a draw just after the international break. This should be our carving path. This should be a time where we change. And a lot of people have been saying, this is the game where you test people. This is not a game where you test people. This is the game where you go there with a very, very solid team. You beat the shit out of them. You build your confidence. You build the confidence of certain players, and then you come back. And I'll just go to what I think our squad should be now. Jorgensen starts, then Chaloba and Achampong. I know Achampong was not put in the previous game, even in the bench, I think, for this game, which, if Maresca does not do this, I'm not sure. I'm not going to defend him. I just think I think it's favoritism, and it's bad favoritism. I think Achampong should be there, but then he should partner Chaloba because I just want to see their partnership. He can't do with Fofana because Fofana is coming out of injury. Now, Tosin, I'm not sure. I don't know. I just feel I prefer Chaloba. Then on this other side, as I've said, a very strong team. Malogusto did not play a lot of minutes in the previous game, so he should be there. And then this other side, we should have Ato because Cucurella needs to, relax. And then in the mid, Santos and Enzo. Some people have been saying put in Raksaki, but Raksaki is playing today also in Nottingham. Nottingham under 21, I think, and our under 21 is not doing so well. So there's no reason why we should go there and take some of the players from that team because the team is not even good in under 21 league. The team is getting defeated by some some you will say not so good opposition like Ipswich under 21. I don't know. It's not good and they have not played a lot of games. So taking those people who have played like three, for example, Raksaki I think has played only once this season, and putting them versus Lincoln, who right now are on their 11th or 12th game, it would be a big mismatch. You just need people who are much fit to play this game, and I think we have the squad. We don't need to go and take people from under 21. That's why I think we should have Enzo and Santos. Now, it will be a defensive, but we don't have to put Caicedo in that game versus Lincoln. And there's no anybody. Then Buonanotte is not playing. He has not played for quite some time, so play him there. But then the squad should be, as full as it can. Estavao did not play in the other game. He played only, I think, 1 or 2. Oh, until the red card. So it was like 5 minutes. This is the game where you put him in, he gets his confidence back, and then if he does so well, you are going to use him again in the next game. And then Garnacho also has not played. You will put their Gittens. But I think if you put Gittens and then you put George forward and then you put Estevao, I think it's a little bit, is disrespect to Lincoln, and it always comes back. It will always disappoint you. That's why I think you need somebody who has played on these stages every now and then to be there to get the attack and to prove himself. So Garnacho should be in this game. And then in front, we don't have to use Pedro because he has played nearly all the games. Even when he came and Maresco saying that he has stated he was tired, but then he still played. He played in the other game, and you could see that there was some kind of malaise within him. Like he was not pushing as hard. You could see that he was tired. He needed some time to recover. And Gui is not eligible to play this game because he had already played in this cup with the last team that he was on loan. So George has to be there. So this is the best squad we can put in based on circumstances, trying to make other people recover, but still putting the strongest team possible to face that good Lincoln City FC, which is winning in League Cup. After we win this game, then we go to the next. We build confidence on people like Esteban and Santos, and we just know certain people. And especially, I want to see Achampong and how he plays in this game because it will be the game where we use to ask Maresca to put him in other serious games like Premier League, like Champions League. And we are going into a phase where we are going to meet very, very, we are, for the last 5 games, we were touted as having the second best fixture. Like, we had the most, like, the it was the easiest fixture for any team, the second easiest fixture for any team in Premier League. So we are going into a 5 streak of games, including the Champions League, that are going to be very, very hard for us. And we need to be prepared for this period because if we reach game week 10 and we are still playing the way we are, like we are losing again, then it would be so sad. We will have left the Premier League and will still be struggling to get to top 4 because after 10 games, it's a third of the Premier League, a fourth of the Premier League. And if you are in the quarter, if you have done already more than quarter of the games in Premier League and you are still struggling, then that season is over. That season, you can't compete. And that should not be the case here. So I want this should be the turning point for our reemergence, our